It is the debate resurfacing once again, reigniting contrasts within l'Alliance du Changement. The nomination of RM1 to head both the Central Bank and the Financial Services Commission. Deputy Prime Minister Paul Béranger spoke this weekend during a regional meeting, reaffirming his opposition to the Prime Minister's choice. Several voices are now questioning the future of the government coalition, all the more since this is not the first time that the MMM leader has voiced his dissatisfaction. It should also be noted that RM1 was approached for comment but declined. 16 regions of the country have been identified as high-risk zones. The Land Drainage Master Plan, made public yesterday afternoon, highlights the most vulnerable areas where any new construction will now have to comply with strict rules. This updated report, complete with solutions, is the result of 3 months of work by a technical committee involving several ministries. Presented in 2 volumes, it has become a key reference document, particularly for property purchases. The Minister of Arts and Culture, Mahen Gondia, has recalled the essential role of MAZA in defending copyright and promoting artistic creation in Mauritius. The minister reaffirmed his ministry's commitment to supporting the organization while saluting the elected candidates and calling for transparent and efficient management. More in this report by Nyema Narayana Reddy.
These elections, eagerly awaited by members of the creative community, have made it possible to appoint the new representatives of authors, composers, publishers, and creators from all backgrounds who will sit on the organization's board of directors. In the category dedicated to musical author, composer, and performers, Steve Augustin and Désiré Saramadif were elected, to well-known names to the published for their contribution to the Mauritian music scene. Their mission to represent the voice of their peers on the audiovisual and creator side, Ganesan Hari and Damalingam Mutyan, to experience profile who will bring their perspective on audiovisual productions and stage creation. In literary authors, Indurani Chatu, a respected figure in the local literary, will represent writers and poets. For publishers, Stefan Rezana takes the lead. He intends to defeat the rights of publishing houses while promoting the books industry as a whole. And finally, in other works, Jonathan Christophe was elected, a transversal profile reflecting a diversity of contemporary forms of creation.
And moving to education, where many parents went to primary schools yesterday to submit late applications for grade 1 admissions in 2026. Some also filled out appeal forms to justify their choice of institution. At Supaya, Subia Government School, Kreshini and Ruma were among them. They spoke to Priyanka Hari.
So I came to fill in the late admission for my kid today because at the beginning I could not do so. I have chosen this school because it is in my vicinity. Today I came to do a late admission for my daughter because I did not have the time to do so earlier. I am doing so for my daughter to get admitted in grade 1 next year. I have chosen this school because it is closer for me.
And in other news, a fatal road accident occurred late last night along Savan Road in Saint-Aubin. The collision involved a microbus from a transport company and a motorcycle. The rider of the motorcycle was found unconscious on the road and was later certified dead by emergency services. The body was then transferred to Suyak Mortuary for autopsy. The bus driver underwent an alcohol test which returned negative. He is currently being detained pending a court appearance, while police have seized both vehicles as part of their investigation. And it's 9:05. You're listening to RM1. When we move now to international news, Australia's government said on Tuesday it's expelling Iran's ambassador, accusing the country of being behind anti-Semitic attacks in Melbourne and Sydney. It's the first time Australia has expelled an ambassador since World War II. Intelligence services reached a deeply disturbing conclusion that Iran directed at least 2 anti-Semitic attacks, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said. Tehran was behind a fire attack on a kosher cafe, the Lewis Continental Cafe in Sydney's Bondi suburb in October 2024, the Prime Minister told a news conference. And finally, in sports, in the closing match of the second round of the Premier League last night, Liverpool had a scare against Newcastle but still managed a 3-2 victory. After the second last-minute win, Liverpool joins Arsenal and Tottenham at the top of the table, while Newcastle sits in 15th place. For the third round of the EPL next Sunday at 7:30, the Reds will host Arsenal. That's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned now to the Intermediate playlist until 10 a.m.